The following review is going to be on the Jada Nanofigs die-cast Transformer 18-pack set. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do something different. We're going to look at the Jada Transformers Nano Metal Figures 100% die-cast action figures. First, take a look at the package. It is Transformers, and you can see there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18 figures. Series 1, so that's good. There's the UPC. On this one, you've got some other kind of language. 18-pack figure collector set. Top just says Transformers, and on the back, it says cutout and build display scene for Nano Metal Figures collection. Looks like Teletran 1, all that good stuff. Alright, now let's open this guy up and see what they look like. Alright, and we're just going to open up on and as we take them out, put that to the side, and we have the figures. But I don't see that metal, I don't see that backdrop. Is this backdrop sold separately? Huh, it's got the little backdrop and oh, you know what? You cut this out. You actually cut this out, and then you can have the figures stand behind it. I don't want to cut the box out. Alright, and there is the figures. We've got Optimus, Bumblebee, Hot Rod, Cliffjumper, Jazz, Prowl, Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, Wheeljack, Arcee, Ironhide, Magnus, Megatron, Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Shockwave, and Soundwave. Now, kind of wish they would have done all Season 1. You throw the movie figures in there, but it is what it is. We'll just have to wait till number 2. Now, we're going to take a look at our first figure, Optimus Prime. Okay, and our first figure we're going to do is Optimus Prime. Alright, so we'll get real close. We got the silver face with the blue head. You got the Autobot symbols on each side of the arms. You've got the blue window for the truck. You got the grill. You got the silver waist and thighs. You got the blue feet. Back is very cartoon accurate. It's kind of like that backpack he's got on. And it looks like he's got his normal gun. There's the number now, and now we're going to do some fun comparisons. So there's Optimus Prime. Now you're going to get the world's smallest Transformer. This is another die-cast Prime I've gotten years ago. Oh, then we're going to bring in our core class Optimus Prime. And is a Dollar Tree Optimus Prime. And now this is a PVC Optimus Prime. Here is a PVC of the Power Master Prime. I got these years ago. And here's another PVC Optimus Prime with the Matrix. Pretty cool stuff. And then we're going to bring in Core Class Optimus, and we're going to bring in Netflix Optimus. So that is how Optimus Prime is. And I like him. They did a pretty good job on Optimus Prime. Next, we're going to do the Bee. Here is, oops, this is the Bumblebee, die-cast metal. And you've got the black front of the top part of the arm, the yellow midsection, and then he's got the black fists. You got the Bumblebee, the Autobot symbol. He's got the silver face. He's got blue eyes, if you can make him out. Black legs, yellow VW, which is pretty neat at the feet. Back's pretty cartoon accurate, like where the spare tire is. Here's the number. And now for all the B comparisons, we've got the world's smallest. We've got the Dollar Tree. Whoop. And we're going to bring in the Bumblebee Origins. So that is all our Bumblebee comparisons. Now, the next figure, I do not have any other comparisons. We've got Cliffjumper. And Cliffjumper is blue window, the Autobot symbol. Now, the arms are not accurate. They're all black. The thighs and the lower legs are all gray. You've got the red feet. You've got the silver face, flat back. And I have no representations of Cliffjumper. But we do next is my favorite, Hot Rod. I don't like his hands. They're kind of funny. I don't know why they made him in this pose. He's got a cool spoiler. He's got the gray face, the red head. I like how they got the flame, the yellow, orange, and the Autobot symbol. And notice he's the magenta color they have on the cartoon. The orange legs with the black bottom. He's got the black base. You turn him around, and it's very cartoon accurate. There's the number for Hot Rod. And since I have a lot of Hot Rods, so first we're going to bring in another die-cast Hot Rod or Rodimus of mine. And then we're going to bring in the core class Hot Rod. So as you can see, pretty cool. And then we're going to bring in Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. I'll take any excuse to bring this guy out. And that is it for row 1. And to start our second row figures, we are going to start with Jazz. Now, I will say this, these are very hard to get out of the bubble wrap. They are stuck so tight in that container that it's very hard to get out. You think you're going to break them, but you're not. They shouldn't, they're metal. It's going back to Jazz. You've got the blue on the chest, the red, the Autobot emblem. Let's see, his white gun blends in with his leg. There's a little paint bleeding right there. I don't think the legs are accurate. Again, there's the back of the car. Pretty neat. And we're going to compare him with Studio Series 86 Jazz. So that is how those two guys match up. So let's see, black, red. Yeah, they've got him pretty good. Not perfect, but he's pretty good. Next, I've got Prowl. And let's see, he's got a white gun. He's even got his little red horns painted. He's got a very tiny Autobot symbol. Silver face, black wings, black torso, white from the waist on down, everything. I don't think that's accurate neither. This should be white in the back of the car. So him, it's either black or white. There's the number. And I don't have any representations of Prowl, but you know what? Here's Siege Barricade, since he's a police car. All right, next on row 2, we had Sideswipe. Now this, they actually did 3 colors. Look at that, white hips, red, and black. The other guys, they've been doing cheap. Like, you know, the last 2 we saw is all white down. So this one is more color accurate. Definitely a shiny red. He's got the missile launcher. I think it's on the wrong side. Tiny, tiny Autobot symbol. He's got his gun. And you rotate. I like how they painted it red. There's the back of the car. Here's his number. And Sideswipe representation is the Siege mold. So there is Sideswipe. So they did pretty good on the red, the black. This guy is a lot more accurate than those other ones were. And next on that row is Sunstreaker, his Lamborghini brother. Unfortunately, I don't own any Sunstreaker toys. I never got them with the Combiner Wars or the new Earthrise or Siege. I might have to change that one time. I at least want one of every character. But let's see, close up on his face. They kind of squished his face in there. He's got the Autobot symbol. He's got no guns, but it looks like he's got his a wrist weapon. Like, that's kind of weird. I don't remember that. Again, all yellow, little black on the legs. He's got the backpack right there. Here's the number for Sunstreaker. And we'll bring in row 2 again. You got the 2 brothers, and then you got Prowl and Jazz. All right, and that is row 2. All right, up to row 3. Again, I have no idea if I'm going to ever get these guys back in that box. So if you do get this and you plan on keeping everything in the box, don't take them out. This is Wheeljack. Let's see, he's got an all black face. I think the eyes are a little blue. He's got the red and white chest with the green. Now this guy's painted nice with the black thighs and torso, or waist, and the white feet. All black hands. He's got the wings. I wish they would have painted silver, but still very cartoon accurate. And Wheeljack, we have the Siege Wheeljack, or Earthrise. And that is that guy. Next, we bring in our first female Autobot, Arcee. And oh, she's like all one piece. Normally the guys are different pieces from the waist up, but this gal, she's all one piece. They kind of messed up on the paint with her waist, but she's got pink on the arms. She got pink on her chest. She got pink on her shoulder pads. You could barely make out blue eyes. I'm going as close as I can without it. Getting out of focus. She got pink knees, and she's all white. It kind of looks like she's in a bathing suit. And the Arcee representation I have is Earthrise, or Siege. There is Arcee. So, that is how those gals are. Next, we've got Ironhide. So most of these guys, well, I shouldn't say most, because Hot Rod was part of the Season 3. Ironhide, another Season 1. Blue window, Autobot symbol underneath it. Gray or gunmetal gray waist and thighs. Red legs, gray fists, red arms. I like the top of the shoulders are gray. And he's got the typical Ironhide head, even with the raised front or the raised middle. Clean back. And there is the number for Ironhide. It's pretty weird doing these videos with so small. And that is the Earthrise Ironhide. That's the only representation I have besides the studio movies. Next is Ultra Magnus. Now this I expected to be in the further waves, not Series 1, but we got Ultra Magnus. And suspiciously absent are the antennas on his head. There you go. But you got the silver face. You got these are white. You've got the arms are blue. The middle part's supposed to be white. But at least he's got a blue waist, white legs, and the feet again are two different colors, which is nice. Typical back right there. I'm going to put this guy way back here because we're going to bring in Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. So that is how those two guys line up. And that is my favorite Ultra Magnus right there. So they got everything white except that the arms kind of look weird, but that's okay. And that is it for row number 3. Let's bring all these guys in for one class picture. Doing by rows, because these are hard to get out of the packaging. All right. Now we're going to do rows 4 and 5 together. All right. Final batch. First we'll take a look at Megatron. And it is a very nice Megatron. They even have the back of the elbow painted orange. They got the hands painted black. You got all this detailing in his torso. You got the Decepticon symbol, the little gun barrel in the back, his main weapon, his black legs, gray, black waist. Now they took their time doing Megatron. In the back, very accurate, very cartoon accurate, very nice. And for Megatron, we're going to bring in the Dollar Store Megatron. This is pretty cool. And we've got Core Class Megatron. So now we're getting, this is from size. So now we got the die-cast, the Dollar Store Megatron. We've got the Core Class Megatron. And we're going to bring in the Siege Earthrise. And that is it for the Megatron. So Megatron's one they actually took their time on. I'm glad they took their time on him. Let's see. Next, we've got the Screamer. Of course, hands on his hips like he's some big shot. He kind of has his null rays. It's all one mold though, so I guess it looks pretty good. You got the blue on the arms, which are correct. You've got the red, the yellow, and the red waist. You got the whole gray legs with the blue on the bottom. Very good. You've got the wings on the back. Even got that, looks like the jet. Very, very good. And for Starscream, we're going to bring in that dollar store, Dollar Tree Starscream. And the world's smallest Starscream. So, hey, you come from me for comparisons that you don't see anywhere else. I make things exciting. And we've got the Core Class Starscream. And then we will bring in Earthrise Starscream. So those are all our Starscreams. Okay, now as we keep going on, we've got Thundercracker. And I like him. He's the only one that's in a flying pose. See, it looks like he's got some thrust coming up. His foot is off the ground. So he's not a complete redo of Starscream. These wings are all one. Starscreams aren't. You've got the purple hands, which I think the accurate is supposed to be black up top. You got the orange, yellowish. You got the silver for the waist. You got the black legs. You got the purple. You got the purple hands. Very good back. I like they even put the little, looks like smoke. And the only comparison I got is the new Legacy Skywarp. Thundercracker looks like the same top of Skywarp. Nope. I think Thundercracker is a recolor of Starscream, staying there with his hands on his hips. You got the black arms, the blue. You can see the null ray. I don't know if these were all called null rays or do they have different weapons. I'm not sure. The blue thighs and legs, the blue stand, the back, and that is the bottom. And I don't have anything for him, so we're just going to bring in all the Seekers for right now. Very nice. And as we continue on, we've got Shockwave. Let's see. His weapon is the same color as everything else. I think the weapon's supposed to be gray, but at least he has a weapon on his hand. You've got the silver for his chest. He's bent over a lot like that. You got the one eye. He's even got the little horns on top of his... Move my camera up. There we go. Purple. He's only got the gunmetal gray thighs, but everything else is purple on this guy. Here is this guy's number. And for comparison, we're going to bring in the movie Core Class. And I've got a Cyberverse Shockwave right there. And now, for last but not least, we've got Soundwave. Kind of wish they would have brought maybe a laser beak on him, but Soundwave. Let's see. He's got the very small Decepticon symbol. He's got the light baby blue chest. You got the red eyes, which is pretty cool considering how small this is. The gray mouth, the blue top. He's got the shoulder-mounted cannon. Now this kind of looks like one of Starscream's weapons, but it's supposed to be a hand cannon, so I think they got that wrong. But they got the silver thighs, the blue legs. Here's that number. And the back, very accurate. Looks like the belt clip for his tape recorder cassette. And on Soundwave, we've got the Core Class Soundwave, which is very nice. And we'll bring in Sound Blaster since I don't have a new Soundwave. And there is Sound Blaster. All right, and that is all. So now let's bring everybody together one more time. And here is all of the figures together. Now, I like, let's see, Prime they did a good job on. I think Bumblebee they did a good job on. And then once you got the Cliffjumper, they started cheating with the paint. Hot Rod, I think his arms look funny. Prowl, paint on the legs. Jazz, paint on the legs. Sideswipe looks pretty good. Sunstreaker looks pretty good. Ironhide, Wheeljack, Arcee. The Decepticons all look good, I believe. And that is it for the Janet. What is that called again? It is the Nano Metal Figures from Jada. 100% die-cast. All right, and that is all the die-cast figures. Now, the only question is, how am I going to get these things back into the box? All right, Rodimusbill saying, don't forget to turn on those notifications. Hit like, subscribe. We've got almost 1,000 videos, so we're coming up here in 1,000 pretty soon. So make sure you check out some of my older videos. If there's links to anything, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, Entertainment Earth, that helps me out a lot. Just turn on notifications, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, Rodimusbill out.